So, this is topic 13, done by April Rodriguez, Sitsiki Hernandez, and Giselle Guzman. Enjoy and learn a lot. In this slide, we're learning of proportional changes in mass and acceleration. The question is, what is the new acceleration if the mass quadruples? So, the acceleration before is 40 meters per second squared. And this is what we're trying to find after. What is the new acceleration? So, before we had 40 meters per second squared, and if you have the mass, if the mass is quadrupled, then the acceleration is 1/4 of the original acceleration. So it's right here. Because of the indirect relationship, so the answer is 10, because 1/4 of 40 is 10. So you have to remember to put it in meters per second squared. Now we're solving for f of g, which is force of gravity. If there is a fish tank that weighs 100 kilograms and it's on the table, what is the force gravity? So this is the fish tank, it's 100 kilograms, and this is what we're trying to find, which is the force of gravity. So if you are given the mass and asking you to find the force gravity, which is F of G, you have to know that G is 9.8 meters per second. So this is a formula that we're going to use, which is F of G equals mg. So when we plug it in, we know that the mass is already in kilograms, so 100, and we know that G is 9.8, so we plug it in and we get 980 newtons.
So for this, we're using F equals ma. We're looking for an acceleration of a car whose weight is 3,000 grams and a force of 80 newtons pushing to the right. For this, we have a car that has a force of 80 newtons and it weighs 3,000 grams, and we're looking for acceleration. So when we solve it, we plug in F for 80 newtons because that's the force, and then we have M, which is 3,000 grams, which we convert to kilograms by moving the decimal 3 places to the left, and we get 3.0 kilograms, and then we solve for acceleration. So once we have 3.0 kilograms and 80 newtons as the force pushing to the right, you need to find the acceleration. So what you have to do is you have to have the force and the mass and use the formula F equals ma because it's directly related to acceleration. But the mass has to be in kilograms, which we converted to already. So we have to use this formula, and remember the mass equals the kilograms. So we put F equals ma. We plug in 80 for F, and we plug in 3.0 for M, and then we have A, which is the unknown. We divide by 3.0 to get acceleration by itself, and acceleration ends up equaling through 26.7 meters per second squared, and we have to put it meters per second squared for the answer.
Now we're doing proportional change in force and acceleration. And the question is, if the force of an object triples, how does acceleration change? So before, our acceleration was 20 meters per second squared, and we're trying to find the new acceleration. So before, our acceleration was 20 meters per second squared, and now we're trying to find the new acceleration. If the force triples, then it triples the original acceleration because of the direct relationship they have. And if you triple 20, you get 60 meters per second squared. And that is a new acceleration.
So I hope you understood everything we said. So good luck doing your own work. Bye.